Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm creating a course Machine Learning Basic to Advanced, and this is the first tutorial. We will discuss the theoretical concept and practical concepts coding as well. Let's start from machine learning. uh, the main idea of machine learning, actually it is a subpart of artificial intelligence. We can see given in the graphical view at the right side, it is the subpart of artificial intelligence. And in machine learning, instead of applying rule on a machine and a computer, why not to train some models and then do prediction. For example, we have an email. How to predict either the email is spam, mean it is a positive or negative anomaly email. So we will train the model, lot of model we have in machine learning, and it will automatically predict the email. There are three main types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. In supervised, the simple terms and simple explanation, it has label for the data. For example, we have 10 feature, and then we have another that will be labeled, and based on the given feature we will predict the label. Further, supervised divided into classification and regression. In classification, we have classes, and we need to predict the class for the given features. Classification, and for classification, just like email, either the email is spam or not. So similarly, house price prediction, it is a regression problem. Then we have unsupervised machine learning. In this machine learning, we do not provide label to the model. It automatically predict the result. For example, customer segmentation using clustering, k-mean clustering algorithm. It is an unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Then anomaly detection and credit card fraud detection. It's also an unsupervised machine learning. We do not provide label in the data. It automatically detect that. And then in reinforcement learning, actually the basic idea behind reinforcement learning, it learn through the reward or penalty. And for example, AlphaGo beating human player in chess, and autonomous robot learning to walk. These are actually the reinforcement learning. So those were some basic concepts. We will discuss one by one in the next tutorial. But if we want to create an algorithm, a model for the machine learning, what are the basic steps? These are actually the main steps we need to follow to perform to create an algorithm. So the first step is data collection. Data may be image, voice, or text. Any kind of data could be there in the data sets. So the first step is data collection, then preparation. What does mean by data pre-processing? Actually, in the data, mostly sometimes we have null data, so we need to remove that. Sometimes we have biased data, sometimes we need to do normalization. So these kind of steps, we call them data pre-processing. To prepare your data, so that is called data pre-processing. And then we select a model, either supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, which model we need to select. So we can select from in the next step, and then we train the model. As we discussed in the previous step, we train the model and then we test the model on testing data. So before training and testing, we need to divide the data into training and testing. So the model will train on testing data, and then will train on the training and test on the testing data. Mostly the common ratio is division of 10% for testing, 90 for training, then 20 for testing, and 80 for training. Similarly, you can increase the testing and training ratio. Then we perform evaluation. We have different types of evaluation, like accuracy, precision, recall, MRR, MR, and 8K, different kind of evaluation matrices we have. And then we deploy the model. So we will practically discuss in the later on tutorial how we can create a model, and then how we can deploy to test that model. Now we will start coding. So the coding could be start from the creation of an environment. I have opened Anaconda Prompt. In my coding, I will use VS Code, and I install Miniconda at the backend. You can install Anaconda, it will work perfectly. So let's create an environment. So we can create an environment, conda create, and then name of, suppose ML is the name of our environment, and which Python version we need to install in it. We will install Python 3.9. Now the environment is creating. We need to select yes. Why? So the environment has been created. Now let's check how many environment are there in Conda info env. So we will check the environment. Yes, this is actually the environment that we have created, but yet we have not activated it. How to activate it? We can activate it using the command conda activate ml. um, oh, there is an error. Yeah, now it will work. Now you can check here, we were in the base and now we are in the ml environment. So now if we want to install any library, for example pip install pandas, so we can install using pip install panda. It is installing. Similarly, you can install different other library, numpy, matplotlib and others. It will take few seconds. It depend on the machine and the internet speed. Now we have installed the panda environment. If we check what are there in our environment, so we can check from here. These are actually the available libraries and other in our environment. So now if we go to our coding section and we check that which panda version we have and which NumPy. So we will call it yes. If the green signal you see, it means the panda library is properly installed. Now let's check which version we have. So this is the way you can actually check the version of your panda. So actually currently we have pandas version 2.2.2. So in the next tutorial we will install some other library and we will start a proper coding for a model. So this is actually the way how you can create your environment and how you can install the libraries. So in next tutorial we will properly start from the data. We will import data and then we will apply some algorithm on that. We will distribute the data in training and testing. So for now I think it is enough, and in the next tutorial we will start from an algorithm. Thank you so much.